Greetings everyone to Side of Monogramtion. This is a video response to Max Landis' explanation, his professional opinion, in my opinion, on why Scarlett Johansson was casted as his Makoto Kusanagi in the film. But before I move on to his points, I want to get one thing out of the way. And that was something my dad brought up when we were discussing it. And I know, I probably shocked a number of anime fans with that. It's like, you watch anime and discuss it with your dad? Yeah, he's responsible for making me an anime fan, so one of the trade-offs is we discuss anime on occasions. But I digress. One of the points that he brought up was how certain anime characters, well, they don't look Japanese, generally. And the reason, or his speculation for this, is because, you know, they have the international audience in mind, when few points is that in order for an anime to even make it outside of Japan, it has to be successful in Japan first. Then it can be launched internationally and syndicated. But generally, their primary audience, especially when it comes to Dragon Ball Z, that the Japanese tend to listen to, are the local ones in Japan. But there is, you know, room to speculate that maybe the characters were in fact inspired by, white folks, because of the simple fact that a lot of mangaka and anime creators are in fact geeks, and as a result they do tend to look outside of Japanese culture on occasion for inspiration. Which would explain why you've got characters like Roger Smith, Spike Spiegel, Faye Valentine, Dorothy Wainwright, Saber from Fate Stay Night, who technically aren't white. Also, technically aren't Japanese. Also, you've got Integra Helsing and Sirius Victoria, who are British. So there's that. But, again, generally, the main focus is the Japanese audience. That's when it comes to anime. Now, moving from that to Max's first point, it's like the significance of the mainstream movie star, like Scarlett Johansson. She's got a few factors going for her. One, she's been in a lot of successful box office movies. And two, she's a good-looking lady. Guys want to bang her, women want to be her. This is vital, you see. Because another thing my dad brought up was the fact that the actress who plays Melinda May also took issue with this. And, well, when it comes to getting an Asian actor or actress, they would have to build her up and pretty much introduce her to the masses. And that is a risk, because there are a lot of people who might not take interest because they don't know who this new foreign actress is. And there's also another reason, but we'll get to that at the end of the video. And, another thing that Max brought up was, how there was a lot more actors and actresses back in the 90s and early 2000s. But the reason why that's not the case anymore is because a lot of them either retired, got too old, which for apparently women in their 40s, that's too old to be considered attractive in a lead role. Whereas, with guys, as evidenced by the fact that there's negotiation for a 5th Indiana Jones movie, there's a little more leeway with them. because apparently they bring more to the table, I guess, from an acting front. And I don't know the specifics on that. But the whole risk factor also ties into another point that Max made. It's like movies make less and less money. Hence why, bringing new actors on board is a risk. And I forgot the details that Max said about that because I was focused on why Hollywood makes less and less money with movies. One, a lot of people who aren't the general moviegoer will heed a critic when they say, don't go see this film, it sucks. Or maybe a critic might be sort of ambiguous to a film. They'll point out what's good and what's bad, and a moviegoer will weigh their options and they won't see a film after weighing said options. Another thing that Hollywood doesn't do is that they don't promote their films properly. They usually go for the general moviegoer. They don't market superhero films towards geeks. They don't market art films towards, the film buffs and the art film lovers and the Academy Award crowd. And they don't market the proper films to the general movie-going audience on a consistent basis. Actually, that's the one thing they seem to be consistent on, but I digress. As another point that Max had made, and he is actually right about this, is that there's only one film that's actually bigger than the actors that are in it, and that's Star Wars. He's right about this. Because you say Superman films, people think Henry Cavill, Richard Donner, Christopher Reeves, or I think it was George Reeves who played Superman back in the 50s. Or if you say Independence Day, people will think Will Smith, Jeff Goldblum, or if you say like the Alien franchise, people might not know what you're talking about. But Star Wars, Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, Yoda, the Force, lightsabers. You say Star Wars, that's what comes to mind for many people, even if they aren't fans of the franchise. And then there's another point that Max Landis made, that moviegoers tend to relate to a character if that character emulates their ethnicity. And he's actually right about this. Because he brought up, like, if someone had casted, like, a black actor to play a prominent character in Harry Potter, like Hermione Granger, or Ron Weasley, or Harry Potter himself, people would lose their minds. And, again, I reiterate, he's actually right about this. I don't think he has an idea of how right he is. Because when it came to the film Hunger Games, when fans of the book apparently saw that the character Rue was casted by a black girl, you got comments, or you got reactions as thus: I was really invested in the character Rue when I was reading the book, but since they've casted a black girl to play her, all of my investment is completely lost. That's somewhat of an exaggeration, which is why I linked to the reactions in the description. And then you've got Michael B. Jordan playing the Human Torch. I was actually okay with this, to be perfectly honest. I'll get to that in a later video, possibly a follow-up video. But the reactions to that were, Human Torch is supposed to be white, why'd they have a black guy playing him? Again, links to that in the description, if you don't believe me. But, yeah, my point is that generally, some moviegoers will relate to a character if they're played by a white person. Which is why getting a Asian actress to play the lead role, of Makoto Kusanagi would not work. And I know how that sounds, but that's just my understanding of it. And I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all, I hope I'm wrong on that. I really do. But yeah, this is Demonic Redemption signing out, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a nice day.